I truly stand by this soap. Hey y'all, it's your girl Taylor Lauren, and thank you for coming to my channel. Oh, I forgot, that's not what I say. Oh, I know what I say.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Hey y'all, peace and blessings. It's your girl Taylor Lauren, and welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a minute, my bad. I did try to record this video, but I was all over the place, and I wanted to be very like detailed and make sure I just provide the best information when it comes to this topic. So yeah, you guys, today we're just going to be talking about my journey with dealing with seborrheic dermatitis and having locks. You don't necessarily have to have locks to be, to watch this video, because I actually kind of found my cure when I was watching videos with people who didn't have locks. So yeah, you guys, I'm not going to talk too much. Oh, but thank y'all for getting me to 2,000 subscribers. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, you guys, let's just get right into this video. Okay, y'all, so first let's just get into what is seborrheic dermatitis. So seborrheic dermatitis is basically a overgrowth of oil that is produced by your sebaceous glands, which kind of also turns into this fungus like thing which you get on your scalp, and you see those flakes. This can be caused by stress. It can be caused by dry and cold weather. Some medicines can even cause this. The exact cause isn't necessarily unknown, and therefore leading to there being no cure for this condition. So it's basically a lifelong thing. Some people have it constantly. Some people only have flare-ups when it's triggered. And I feel like mine is just something that is, I fall into that category of it just gets triggered and I have a really bad flare-up. So let's get into my story in dealing with this. I started my locks in July 2017. All the way up until July 2018, my first year, I never had any issues with seborrheic dermatitis. Like, my scalp was fine. I never had like no excess flakes or anything in my scalp. I had one incident where some aloe vera was placed like on my edges, and that caused my edges to flake up really bad. And just watching YouTube and everything like that, I realized some people's scalp flakes up really bad with aloe vera, and so I never really use anything that has a lot of aloe vera in it, just because of that reason. I know that can trigger my scalp to kind of flake up. So then we get to July of 2018, a year locked, right? And that's when I started noticing the flakes. Okay, and I was like, what's going on? And basically between July, August, September, October, November, it just progressively got worse, you guys. I'm going to insert pictures, of course, but it just got really bad. It was really, I can only see right here. It was all over my head, but it just was getting worse and worse. And so during that time, of course, I get on YouTube and I start researching, what can I do? What do people use? I tried Head and Shoulders. I tried apple cider vinegar, tea tree oil, peppermint oil, witch hazel, all of that stuff. None of that stuff helped. All of that stuff just made my scalp irritated, and I would get the flakes off if I used some kind of like apple cider vinegar or tea tree peppermint diluted, of course. I would get the flakes off, and then my scalp would be literally red, one, and then two, the next day it would look exactly the same. Like, I didn't even try. So I was just getting frustrated. I even tried to use products that were targeted towards people who have dandruff, that are these like anti-itch, anti-flake, anti-dandruff sprays, these cleansers that you can use between actually washing your hair, and none of it worked. It seemed like as I was doing those things, my scalp was just getting worse. So after doing all the research and trying to find stuff to use, listening to people's YouTube videos and stuff, I was like, let me just go to the dermatologist, because this is where I'm at. And at this point, my scalp was on level 1000. Okay, like everywhere there was major flakes. I would get my hair done, and like 2 days later I would have these huge flakes in my head, and it was horrible. Like you know, I called my best friend and I was like, girl, I'm gonna have to cut my locks off. This was not doing this before I had locks. These locks is making my scalp act a fool. And so I was just, you know, I was pretty to the edge. But I of course didn't want to cut my locks off, because if I cut my locks off, that means I would actually have to like do my hair, and no. So basically, when I got to the dermatologist, my dermatologist said that it's either going to be seborrheic dermatitis and my scalp was just really in a really inflamed state, or I have psoriasis. And I was like, I don't want to have psoriasis. I know that's like, it goes like seborrheic dermatitis and then psoriasis. So I just really was hoping that it wasn't psoriasis, because psoriasis is more like a autoimmune thing. So it's like that would definitely be more harder to manage and keep under control. So my dermatologist prescribed me my salicylic acid. I've talked about this before. It's my salicylic acid, and it's infused with olive oil and castor oil. And then she prescribed me 2 other products, but I never even ended up using them, because I was just really iffy about using a lot of like topical steroids and, you know, ointments and stuff. But the salicylic acid sounded a little bit better, because 1, I've heard of it before, you know, in face washes, and then 2, it's infused with olive oil and castor oil. So I knew it was also had kind of those like natural oils in it. So I was definitely gonna, my mind was just set on using that. So we talked about creating a regimen, and she was like, okay, you're gonna have to wash your hair once a week. And just for me in general, even as loose natural, I would never wash my hair once a week. That would completely just, my hair would be brittle. So she said, okay, every 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, you know, I guess, you know. And I remember asking her, you know, I was like, do you think I can have locks with this, you know, my scalp being this way? And she was like, honestly, I don't know. And y'all, I snapped. I just started crying in the dermatologist, and she was just looking at me like, sis, it's okay. But yeah, you guys, I was very just like, at the time I was so emotional, because I had been dealing with it for a long time, you know. And then she's telling me I might not be able to have my locks, so it was just a lot. Another thing that me and my dermatologist also discussed was the products that I was using, because products can cause you to have a flare-up. And she suggested that I not use something so thick as like a cream, or like, you know, the gels and stuff that people use to retwist your hair. She said use like an oil. Also, my dermatologist is black, so she kind of know about this stuff. She suggested that I use an oil, and I asked her about a foam, if I could use a foam, and she said that would be good too, because it's not as, you know, it's not as thick as a gel. And so I was like, okay, I know, you know, I know what I can use. And that's how I started getting onto my twist out foam. Y'all know I love my twist out foam. Shout out to Jane Carter. Call me girl, okay? I support you. I want you to support me too, okay? But so I got myself a plan, okay? I would wash my hair every 2 weeks, and I would use the Shea Moisture line. I use the anti itch and dandruff Shea Moisture line, and I would use their shampoo and their conditioner. So I did that for maybe about 3 or 4 months. Yeah, I did that maybe about 3 or 4 months, just washing my hair every 2 weeks, and my scalp got tremendously better. It was so good. You know, I would go and get my hair done, and my scalps would my scalp wouldn't be, you know, flaking up until maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know, I was still getting flakes, but it was not as intense as it used to be. So after, you know, going through washing it every 2 weeks for about 3 or 4 months, then washing it only once a month, I was still getting the flakes. And I was like, no, I know that I can get back to my scalp back to, you know, not flaking up at all. And not necessarily not flaking up at all, because of course once you get close to that 4 week mark of needing to get your hair done, you're gonna have a little bit of flakiness, little dirt and all that stuff. But I'm saying, you know, I should be able to get to at least 3.5 and my scalp should be good. So I went back on the internet to research. And thank you God that I did that, because I found the probiotic soap. You guys, this product right here is truly what has saved my scalp. I can accredit this product right here. I know not everybody has access to a dermatologist, and especially not even necessarily the salicylic acid castor oil mix that I use, just because they actually make it at the pharmacy that I get it from. They make it there. So I know everybody doesn't have access to that. So this soap is what you need to get. Okay, if you have not even seborrheic dermatitis, if you just have like dandruff, use this soap. Okay, so I found this soap, the probiotic soap, and I use it in the lemon scent. I absolutely love it. It smells really good. If you like lemon, you're gonna love this soap. They have other scents, but I just get the lemon one because I know I like lemon. But yeah, you guys, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this soap. The people that had used this soap, they had their seborrheic dermatitis was even up to their scalp, the hairline, I'm sorry, on their scalp. And you know, if you know about seborrheic dermatitis, you know sometimes like it can get so bad to where it discolors your skin. And the people that were using this soap, their skin color was coming back. So I was like, you know what? These people know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about, so I'm going to use this. And you guys, I kid you not, I used it for the first time. It's December. Yeah, I used it for the first time in October. And y'all, like after that, my flakes were never on the level that they had been on again. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so let's see. Let me show y'all my scalp now. So this week makes week 3 of post retwist, right? Look at my scalp, y'all. This is my, when I inserted the pictures of them before of my scalp, this is the area where my scalp was going crazy. You can see a little bit right there, but like, look at my scalp. And it's just from that soap. I know it's from that soap because that was the only new thing that I introduced, you guys. So shout out to that soap. For real, because like I was gonna cut my lockdown, for real. But yeah, you guys, I truly stand by this soap. So now I'm just going to talk about my entire routine. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all the routine that I go through. So step 1, I use my salicylic acid infused with olive oil and castor oil solution. I put that on my scalp and I let it sit for 30 minutes. You can also use this Pre-Poo by Shea Moisture in their dandruff line. I use this as well, and it's just a good alternative if you don't have access to a dermatologist and, you know, a pharmacy that makes the salicylic acid. I really do suggest that you try this as a Pre-Poo before you wash your hair. Okay, and so next I take my probiotic soap and I use this to wash my hair. I take the soap straight onto my scalp and I just like to massage it on my scalp, make sure it's getting all in my scalp. And I do that, I wash my hair in sections, and I do that for all 4 sections. And I don't rinse it out. After I massage it on my scalp, I take my Design Essentials Oat and Henna shampoo, and I then use that as well. I combine that kind of with the probiotic soap and I wash my hair with that. Next, I just go in with the Honey Cream shampoo by Design Essentials just to bring some moisture back into my scalp, into my hair, and rinse that out. And following that up, I now just use hot oil treatments. I don't use a conditioner. I just like to do hot oil treatments, and my hot oil treatments just really is whatever oil that I can find that's in my cabinet, mix them up, put them in a bowl, put them in a tube, and then put them in a warm water and put that on my scalp. And so next to retwist, I of course use my Jane Carter Twist Out Foam. Love her, she's great, she's awesome, she's done me no wrong. And Next, let's talk about what I do in between my retwists. So to moisturize my hair, I like to just use a spray bottle full of rose water and glycerin. This really helps moisturize my hair. I love the way my hair feels. I moisturized my hair last night, so my hair feels really soft. And after that, I like to follow up with an oil, whatever oil, it doesn't matter. I've been experimenting with different oils, and just use the oil of your choice. I have been kind of hesitant about putting actual products on my scalp, such as oil, just because, you know, in the past when I did, especially when my scalp was going crazy, when I put oils on my scalp would flare up really bad. But I have found that spraying my scalp with the rose water and glycerin helps so much. Like, that helps a lot. So yeah, you guys, that's my entire routine as far as it comes to managing my seborrheic dermatitis and having locks. And again, let me show y'all my scalp. You know, you can kind of see some, but this is normal. Like, I haven't, you know, I get my hair done next week, so like, that's just my scalp. Like, that's like no flakes. It's no flakes. Oh my god. Because y'all, I don't think I understand. I mean, y'all can see the pictures, but just, that was very frustrating. It was so frustrating. It was so annoying. But I made it, girl. I made it. Or sir, I made it. We made it. And I really hope this helps anybody that watches this video, because I don't want you to be out there suffering. Okay, I want you to get this handled. I want you to get this managed. And I hope is like with my heart that I truly hope that this helps you out. Thank y'all again for getting me to 2K subscribers. I know I'm not like a post every week type of chick. I'm trying to get better, but thank y'all so much for supporting me. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you try this soap out, please let me know how it works out for you, because I really do want to see if it helps people. Because if it does, y'all, like, we need to be telling people about this soap. Don't go get the Head and Shoulders. Get this probiotic soap, okay? And I get mine from Amazon. So yeah, you guys, thank you again, and I will see y'all in my next video.